watch a rock star smash a guitar, does a piece of your soul go with it?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of dig it in a way though too. I'm sort of, I have that side of me that, you know, so what? I'll make another one, you know. Pretty fascinating to think that they were just a tree at one time, and then they were a building joist for another 100 or 200 years almost. Then I got a hold of them and turned them into a musical instrument.
New York City is rich in musical history, and a lot of those sounds come out of Carmine Street Guitars, where Rick Kelly is taking the bones of this old city and turning them into timeless masterpieces. Let's go meet him. So much life and history when you walk in here, and every guitar I know has a story.
Yeah, every guitar, every building, I try to list what building the wood come outside the neck pocket. Usually it'll tell a story of where that beam came from. I always knew that old instruments sounded better for a reason. I mean, usually the wood ages, the vibrations get in there, and all those things contribute to it. But if you start off with old wood, I knew you'd be better off. This stuff comes out of the building with this beautiful patina here.
Right.
And that's just air exposure. It takes 200 years to get that brown color. When I found this wood and making the same instrument, it just sounds better. And it's just going to be great being able to use this wood. New York City's got the largest repository of old growth in the United States.
It drives me crazy because I also have an affinity for like old things, just the way things were built. Let's preserve this as much as possible or find another life for it, which is exactly what you do.
This is a timber frame construction where they have a mortise and a tenon. This tenon comes through.
This is like wood, and then you say where you found it. It's wood's from 1822, look at that.
100 years right here, and then they get super tight towards the end. And I'm always looking for scaffold. Then you look for the dumpster, and when it has wood, you come back with the hand trucks.
Right, and the fact that they were doing it in the 1800s, not with today's modern saws and machinery, like that's...
Those were dangerous.
Gosh, let me tell you.
This wood, it's now been endorsed for 200 years, so it's super dry and ready to make a musical instrument out of. So we're really lucky because there's so many old buildings still here in New York City.
All artists have a story, you know, how they got to where they are. How did this come about?
When I went off to art school in 1969, the first three things I made in art school were 3 electric guitars. So it really was influenced by guitar players even back when I was a kid growing up. You know, Jimi Hendrix, I got to see him here in '64, and Frank Zappa with the Mothers.
You've not just seen a lot of great music, you've helped create a lot of great music by putting these instruments in these musicians' hands.
Kind of learned over the years what people want, you know, what they like and why they come here. And they come here because of the wood. Got to know John Belushi. He lived right over here on Warren Street. He gave me that photo in there of the Blues Brothers band. He made guitars for Bob Dylan. He's played all over the world with my guitars. And GE, he's with Roger Waters.
Oh wow, the legend.
Lou Reed, he walked into that 70s shop. I've known him, worked on his guitars, and he started playing my pine guitars.
Do you have a favorite?
Jim Jarmusch, the filmmaker, he gave me a really nice batch of wood that were his roof rafters. The necks on them all come from what I got out of the Chelsea Hotel. This wood came from John Lennon and Yoko's house up on 105 Bank Street. We got McSorley's, the old ale house. The availability of this wood to me was so important because growing up here, to be able to make something from the building and to make a musical instrument, I don't think it could get better than that. Able to get wood from the buildings that made New York in the early 1800s when there were more horses than people living here. It's just really a special thing. It's very, very lucky to be able to do it. So I always was wondering, you know, who's going to pick this up, if anybody. And Cindy walked in one day, and it was a blessing for me in the shop, and she's been here ever since.
That was about 14 years ago. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Rick could tell that I didn't want to just build something and leave. You could tell that we were kind of kindred spirits.
We got Cindy working right over here.
How you doing?
Good, good.
I mean, I knew about Rick's work throughout high school, and so I walked in and kind of told him my story, and Rick really pushed me to start doing pick guards and stuff, and I kept going, nobody's gonna want this. This is crazy stuff, but I've had orders ever since.
And I heard you have like a 2-year wait list. Even like if somebody's like, oh, I need a Cindy guitar right now, you're like, see you in 2028.
I do love the challenges. I never know what's coming up in the next batch of guitars. They're all one of a kind no matter, so every single build to me is super special.
It's amazing to see artisans who are still making things custom with their hands, salvaging woods, and then being like, I'm going to turn this into a beautiful piece of art, but that's also an instrument.
It's just a wonderful thing to be able to do for a living and make money at it. You have to be passionate, you got to put in the hours. I used to call it sleeping in the wood chips.
It's been too long since I've had a chisel in my hand.
Nice job, now I don't have to do it.
I did that for you. I did that for you, Rick, all right? Guys, this was so cool. What you do is incredible. The music, the instruments, the art, everything about it.
We're having a good time.
I'm at Cindy Guitars.
Cindy Guitars.
Shop is at Carmine Street Guitars.
And you have definitely heard the music that came from the shop on stages across the world. If you know people who are creating cool stuff with their hands, let us know in the comments. And until next time, much love, my friends.